Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On play action, Love. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30.
On red.
Now 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Red on red.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by the rookie from Colorado. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
11. Red.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. He'll take this in back at the 16. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Hey, Lion. Silver.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
Etienne is able to move the chains, and when you look at what he can do both in the run game and the passing game, you can see why the Jaguars invested a 1st-round pick in him just a few years ago. Over 1,000 rushing yards each of the last 2 seasons, but it's really the total scrimmage yards that really makes him stand out.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc.
11.
And that's exactly what happened here.
Hey, go! Here we go,
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Back to throw is Love. The second down throw is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Love. Over the middle, the tight end Musgrave.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
On red.
Lawrence. Going right sideline and complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Packers on top. We'll have more from Jacksonville. Here's 2nd and 6.
All right, let's go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Taking off. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Take right open.
Now Lawrence. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Lawrence. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Run. Silver.
And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Here we go, sir.
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at third and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Ralph. Silver.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Love to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now to the rookie out of Louisville, it's Isaac Arendo. And a short pickup past the 25. 2nd down and 8. Now Love. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Sink right. Hey, go. 11.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Sink right open. On red. It's hot.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Sink right. 11, again. Go, go, let's go. Go, go. 30 left.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Hey, kill, 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 kill.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence throwing on fourth down. Catch made right side by Thomas. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Great job.
To throw is Lawrence. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Second down, Lawrence. He's got his big tight end. Right in straight. Touchdown, Jaguars. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here's Love. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. Dobbs headed in motion. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Here's Daniel Whelan now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Lisa 24. Here we go, sir.
To throw is Lawrence. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time.
Hey, run!
Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Go.
In motion comes Thomas. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Hey, go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Jaguars have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
On red.
Jacksonville, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Ready?
1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down. We'll go play action with Love. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Love. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And they extend the lead. The defense Lawrence joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team. That one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
All right, let's go. Silver.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
Here we go, sir.
They go play action for Lawrence. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
Ready up. All right. Here we go. Set.
Running is Jacobs. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Second down throw for Love. And this will be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any...
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at.
Hey, kill. Lisa 24.
He's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
11. Hey, easy. Route.
In motion comes Thomas. Jacksonville. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jack, Panther. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Willis now to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Hey.
To the right, on the run, it's Etienne. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Take right open.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Off he goes.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
On red. 11, Agate.
Now here's Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Here's 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go.
Willis to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
The man in motion is Watson. Here comes the jet sweep. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Willis. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
All right, let's go. Silver.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 27-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Go, go, let's go.
In motion comes Thomas.
Here we go.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's taken in by Thomas. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29. So, 3 quarters now.
Lisa 24. Silver.
ETN now on 1st and 10. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard
Go, go.
line.
Here we go.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
Hey, Lion, Lion.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing is Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. Down inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Hey, easy. Ralph, Ralph. Ralph, Ralph. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter, Jupiter. 30 left.
Lawrence. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable with Reed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9. Willis now to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. Big return at the end. He's going to get out of bounds close to midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming.
Gun. Red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. And the Packers are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
That one on target to Watson.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Throwing Willis. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Packers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will get just a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
On red. Silver.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Hey, I'm gun. Hey, let's go.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
23. 11. Here we go, son.
To throw is Lawrence. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Decent 24.
For the Jaguars. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Now he'll air one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the